The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Mark Peach, the fine coach out at Anderson County High School. It's always great to have you on the show.
Thanks so much for having us. We're honored to be here.
You're a top 10 team in 4A. I think number 7 in the poll that I saw, so a top 10 team, and you've got 3 of your great captains in here.
Yes, McHale, Carver, and Ross are here tonight, and we are thrilled to be here.
And I appreciate you being here, Coach. You've always been good to the Scholastic Ball Report.
We go way back from our days at Dunbar.
Yes, we do.
Thank you so much, Gary. We appreciate it.
It's always great. And also, we got a feature. It's on a young man from Scott County. I don't know what stat's more impressive, Coach. The fact that he's never made a B in class there, or that he had 7 carries, 224 touchdowns, 224 yards, and 4 touchdowns last week.
That is excellence in both fields, Gary.
In both
no
fields.
question
He's
about
an
it.
outstanding. And our scholar athletes, speaking of scholar athletes, these young ladies from Boyle County High School, they are doing it in the classroom. Both of them have above 4.0 grade point averages, Valerie and Jolie, and they're in with Coach Chelsea.
That is some outstanding academic work.
And also, we got another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville. That's pretty close to your stomping ground over there.
Not too far from us.
I mean, every time I go down to my car, somebody from Lawrenceburg's there. I don't know who that is, but they're always buying cars from Sutherland Chevrolet. That's a good thing. And Richard Morris is in from UK Sports Medicine. He's going to keep us in the game, and he and my interns, we're going to talk about acclimatization.
Sounds like we got a great show here, Gary.
It is outstanding. And all my interns will help me on the show, as they always do. They do a great job. And now we're going to these highlights on PrepSpin.com. PrepSpin is a leading digital network. And next Friday night, you can catch that great game between Lexington Catholic and Covington Catholic on PrepSpin.
At Lafayette, where the Generals dropped their season opener for the first time in 4 years. Tonight, the Generals host Scott County, a team that they've had a checkered past with. No love lost between these two schools. Scott County trying to run its record to 2-0 before Douglas came along. Lafayette was Scott County's biggest challenger in the area, and they put up a good fight tonight. Phillip Garner, our reigning athlete of the week, finds pay dirt, makes it 13-0 Scott County. Lafayette, though, would put together a good ensuing drive, ending on a 1-yard QB sneak by Tanner Pace. That made it 13-6 Cards, but in the second quarter, Pace has his pass intercepted. He's going the other way. That's Sam Daniel. He's got nothing but a lot of shredded turf. You know what I mean if you've been out there. Scott County goes on to win 28-19.
Anderson County has won 13 of its last 15, hosting Madison Central. Opening kickoff, Zach Labhart. How you doing, big guy? Welcome back to the gridiron. Back to receive for the Bearcats, and you might not believe it, but he runs like the wind blows in Lawrenceburg. Anderson County on an 87-yard kickoff return, 7-0. Later, Bearcats punting, and this is wild. Watch the ball.
Watching.
It does. No hang time. It nails a Central player, and Labhart comes up with it. Anderson County and
Is
Labhart.
that a pass?
Whatever works, man.
Okay.
36 yards, Labhart. They're doing it all. Central made a heck of a rally, but the Bearcats hold on to win it. 31-23 the final. Over to Powell County, the Pirates hosting Estill County. Pirates leading 7-0. When Estill County goes to work, Ty Neese is as quick as a whistle. He starts chewing up yardage play after play. Watch him do his thing. Nice blocking up front. Neese, got to have a Neese in Urban, right? He's going to take it in himself. Bobby Keith Dixon says that's a touchdown, folks. Estill County wins.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report, our team of the week. We want to thank Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. With my intern, Ray Sanhager out of LCA, Gary Ball. And Coach Peach is with us. And Coach, you're in with your 3 great players there. What intangibles does this team have that you think might carry them in the 2019 season?
Well, for us, it all starts with our senior leadership. We have 13 seniors, and they've been in our program for 4 years. And this group seems to have picked up right with that group. Last year year's seniors for us left off. They've given us great leadership in the weight room, spring practice, into our summer work, camp, and now into the season. And they are great people on the field, off the field, and in the classroom, and we're very proud of them.
Mm-hmm. Coach, who have you brought to the ball report today?
I've got Mikhail Williamson, Ross Chapman, and Carver Chapman.
Well, let's start with you, Mikhail, the big guy down there. You play offense and defense, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What have been some of the keys to success that the Bearcats have had in this early season?
Well, we just got a good group of guys, like to get hard at practice, do good on the field. And, when we face adversity, we just rise up, take it head on, do good games. We got a good senior group, we're all good buddies, like to hang out, good strong core. I feel real good about what we can do on the field, and we just get it done.
That cohesiveness keeps you together, doesn't it, there
Yes,
at Anderson County?
And then Ross, how do you balance being successful on the field and in the classroom?
Well, for me, it's really all about prioritizing my time. Normally, after practice, during the night sometimes when I do all my studying and any homework I have for the day, and then obviously at practice, I work hard and do what I got to do.
And Carver, tell us about your team motto, Band of Brothers.
The Band of Brothers were like a fighting force in World War II, like special forces type thing. And they were just like all really close. And every time they faced adversity, as long as they were together, they got through it. So like for us, as long as we're together, we feel like there's no adversity or anything we can't do as long as we're all together as one.
And then 4A is one of the toughest classes in the state. How does Anderson County expect to battle through that this season?
Well, for us, it all goes kind of in phases. Right now, our non-district schedule is very challenging, so we hope to, learn all those important lessons then to be able to play better in district play. We got one of the toughest districts in the entire state of Kentucky, so hopefully you learn those lessons in district play to where come playoff time, you're playing your best football at the end.
Well, I'm sure you guys will do well just from meeting you. You've got an outstanding group there, Coach, at Anderson County, the Bearcats. There's your Mingy Beef Jerky.
Hey,
Don't want you to leave home without it.
You.
So Mingy Beef Jerky, one of our sponsors, thanks to them. And now we're going to this feature. It's on Phillip Garner, the young man at Scott County High School.
Just over a year ago, Phillip Garner ran for 53 yards in the season opener, but what should have been his breakout year ended 1 week later with a serious injury.
Fibula and tibula.
Last year,
Yes, sir. Week 2, first quarter.
Broke his ankle last year in week 2 and was out till week 13, so he missed 11 weeks. Like I said in the paper, he's got 29 ACT, he's never made a B. So you want to see kids like that succeed.
When that injury happened, Phillip was frustrated, but he forged ahead to get back to full strength.
The journey was extremely difficult. I mean, there was a period of time where I was going to physical therapy 3 times a day, and I wasn't sure that I would ever, be back. It was tough and very painful, but I'm glad I'm back. Let's just say that.
Now a senior, Phillip had a performance for the ages in the first ever Battle of the Birds. 7 carries, 220 yards, and 4 touchdowns in a blowout win over Great Crossing.
When I got hurt last year, I was really hoping that I'd have a couple senior performances like that, but I didn't think week 1 it would happen.
Not only did Phillip average 31 yards a carry, but every single one of his yards came before halftime to earn the game's MVP.
Not being able to participate last year just killed me, and I think watching them every Friday night and watching them practice every day, that really motivated me to come back and be better than ever.
Alex Walker, WKYT.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report with my interns Allie and Davis, Gary Ball, and we're joined by the Boyle County Scholars. Thank you guys for coming in. And I mean, this is one of the most popular segments on the show because it highlights young women, young men doing great things in the classroom, like you, Jolie. As a member of National Honor Society there at Boyle County, you excel with a 4.1 grade point average. What would you say is your biggest motivation, keeps you motivated?
I would say my biggest motivation is my passion to succeed in everything I do. I always strive to do my greatest and everything, give my greatest effort and do everything to the best of my ability, and I think that applies on and off the field.
Sorry about the injury there. I know you
Yes.
had a little injury there. Was that soccer related?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Valerie, with a 4.3 class in Boyle, you're successful in many areas. What is the key to that success?
Well, ever since I got my first assignment, homework assignment at school, my parents always told me that I had to complete it before I had free time. So I think that over the years that just became a habit, and so completing my homework has allowed me to be prepared for the next day in class, and then also participation. Engaging in conversation and asking questions allows me to have a deeper understanding of the content.
So Coach Gill, these girls have had great success in the classroom. Do you believe that that's pouring over into the field?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I've gotten the privilege to coach both of these girls. Unfortunately, Valerie has left the soccer team to focus on cross country. She wants to run in college, so I understand I'm sad to lose her, but they're both definitely the hardest workers on the field. Doesn't matter if we're stretching, we're doing conditioning, drills, they're always, out there leading the team in work ethic. And we got, I know saw JoJo's cast, but she also just come back from an ACL injury. So she, in my opinion, she had every reason to quit. It was her senior year, it's a hard transition coming back from an ACL injury, but she's come back and just tried her hardest and just absolutely, killed it this year.
Yep.
So,
Jolie, what are you hoping to pursue in college and why?
In college, my goal is to go to nursing school, and being on the soccer team throughout high school has given me the opportunity to work and compete with others, and I feel like those skills will really help me succeed in nursing school and whatever I pursue later on in life.
Valerie, what do you have as a goal after high school?
I plan on going to college and running cross country and track for a D3 school, and I plan on majoring in some kind of STEM subject, and then my goal is to be a lifelong learner, whether that's in the classroom, studying abroad, in an internship. So, yeah.
Well, Coach, the bar has set high for these two young ladies. What do you see them doing down the road? I know you see them doing, what do you foresee?
the sky's the limit for these two. Honestly, whatever it is they want to, whatever it is they want to achieve, I think they definitely have the potential to do that. Whether it's what they're planning on now, or I know you probably understand that could change in college, and I think whatever they decide on, they're going to be successful.
Well, Coach, if you would pass that down,
Absolutely.
we'll give, each one of them will get a beautiful plaque from Crown Trophy and the Four Brothers auction also. But if you take that over there, Ryan Tyson will personalize that for you, put your name and school in there for nothing. But I tell you what, it's really good to see young student athletes doing great things in the classroom. That's why we started this show 17 years ago, because we want to honor young ladies like this right here from Boyle County. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Those are our scholar athletes from a great institution over there at Boyle County High School, one of the great schools in the state of Kentucky. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Let's take a look at our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, and this is a dandy. Tate's Creek at Douglas. Luke Doobie's pass is tipped but caught out of the air by Miles Thomas. An incredible catch with incredible concentration. Take a look at it again. Doobie's pass is tipped, and then Thomas takes it the rest of the way. It was Tate's Creek's only touchdown, but it was good enough for our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back with my interns Carson and Allison. This is Gary Ball. Richard Morris is with us. Great to have you on the show again. It's been a little while since you've been on.
It has, yeah.
But it's always great to have you on. You know, should athletes who don't wear extra equipment be worried about climatizing?
Yeah, they should. You know, obviously our football and lacrosse kind of more equipment-intensive sports, we worry a little bit more about. But, you know, for generally every athlete, they're going to be out in the sun more than they may have earlier in the summer. So it's smart for everybody to kind of work up to those more intense practices and, you know, eventually game speed.
If I get the word right there, I think get the word down.
So what do high school teams in the area do to maximize their practice times early in the summer?
Most commonly, coaches will kind of stay away from that, you know, 3:30 early afternoon, heat of the day kind of practice time, and practice either early in the morning or later on in the evening. And a lot of times they'll also use that midday for like indoor things, weightlifting, film, things like that, just ways to stay out of the heat or kind of get around it.
It helps to have those indoor facilities, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. You know? Even an air-conditioned weight room, I mean, you can do a ton in.
Yeah.
What are some things people can do to help with the acclimatization process?
The kind of first and foremost, I'd say pay attention to the weather. It changes a lot around here. Yep. I mean, this week is a perfect example. It's been pretty mild all week, but very hot last week. Having plenty of cold water around for everybody to drink. And then one thing that a lot of people don't think about initially is having some dry clothes to change into, maybe for your second practice or for even the second half of practice. The soaked clothes don't really let you.
Right. I know I play tennis, so I wear the dry fit. So
yeah,
even though you sweat, it stays pretty dry.
Yeah,
so
that stuff is amazing.
That is amazing. That dry fit stuff. Good stuff. Keep us in the game there. That's Richard Morris from UK. We're going to bring up there's a website right there. UK Sports Medicine got the walk-in clinic every Monday through Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah. We've actually just had a new clinic that kind of runs through the weekend too. So. Got you covered anytime.
There's the phone number. Give them a call. Now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights on WKYT's Game Time, brought to you by PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky.
All right, welcome back to Game Time. We continue our highlights over at Lexington Catholic tonight.
Yeah, the Knights coming off that big comeback win last week against Pulaski County. Tonight, Catholic hosting the Bluegrass Bowl and Indianapolis Howe in town. UK commit Bo Allen and the Knights welcoming Howe out of Indianapolis. I don't know where this team came from.
Indianapolis.
Clearly, but I don't know if they've played much football. First possession of the game, Ryan Nichols carries the defender with him into the end zone. 7-0 Knights. Next Lex Cath possession, Bo Allen goes to work, finds Jackson Corbin over the middle. Look at that. Puts a defender on ice. 29-yard gain down to the 10-yard line. That set up this. Allen, the UK commit, slings it over to Jarrett Mullins, and he does the rest. Stretching across the goal line. Maybe not a touchdown, but anyway. Lexington Catholic wins easily, 43-9.
Over in Nicholasville, West Jessamine trying to avoid its first 0-2 start since 2015. Meanwhile, Bryan Station trying to avoid its third straight season of starting 0-2. Up 7-0 at the half. Station will add to their lead as Nadrian Taylor is going to hit Amadeus Taylor.
Amadeus.
That's a great tune back in the 80s, man. 42-yard score, making everybody miss. Oh, lingerie at the 10. Defenders up 14-0. Fourth quarter, D. Taylor to A. Taylor. You know how we do it. It's the Taylor guys. And he's got Amadeus making sweet music into the end zone. 21-0, West Jessamine driving, but quarterback Hayden Rowland will fumble it right after he picks up 20 at the 1-yard line. One nation, one station. Defenders pitched the shutout tonight, 27-0. All
right, to the Pike County Bowl. It's LCA in Belfry. Belfry's Isaac Dixon. He's going to take this handoff, shed a tackle there. He's got one guy to beat, and he's going to beat him into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0 Pirates. LCA, though, would respond, however, as Xavier Brown takes the carry. He's going to go down that right sideline. It's all daylight for him. At night, clearly. 13-6, the score. Belfry currently leads this game 26-20 in the third quarter.
And we want to thank everybody for being on the show. My good friend Mark Peach over at Anderson County, and also those Boyle County scholars, two young ladies doing great things. And with us, of course, our interns and Richard Morris. Let's talk about your soccer team over there at Douglas. What's going on with that?
Yeah, we're doing pretty well this season. We've got a lot of good leadership on the team. We work well as a team. I think we're going to have a pretty good season this year.
And lacrosse, they've been lobbying to be on the Scholastic Ball Report, so we're going to have lacrosse on the show. You play, it's really catching on, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome sport, so.
And you were telling me that, the pockets, Louisville, Lexington, Northern Kentucky?
Yeah, the more densely populated areas, obviously it's going to take off there a little sooner, but it's spreading throughout the whole state.
I think eventually it will be sanctioned. I think the KHSA will sanction it. I think so many schools have to participate in it before they can do that, but I think eventually it will be sanctioned by the KHSA.
Yep.
As always on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.